Hello and welcome to another Science 9 crash course. In this episode, we're going to talk all about chemical reactions. A chemical reaction is when two or more substances undergo a reorganization of atoms to form other substances. The substances that go into chemical reactions are called the reactants, and the substances that are produced by a chemical reaction are called the products. It is important to note that the products in a chemical reaction are different from the properties of the reactants. And as discussed earlier in a crash course, there are different evidences of a chemical change. For example, there can be a color change, a precipitate could form in a solution, or gases produced. Heat and light can be absorbed or produced, or you can even have an odor change. The first way that a chemist can represent a chemical equation is called a word equation. A word equation simply uses the names of each element and compound in a reaction. The reactants are typically found on the left side of the equation and the products on the right. Usually when you see a plus sign, that means reacts with, and an arrow means produces. Another way to represent a chemical reaction is by using a chemical equation or a skeleton equation. Chemical equations use symbols and formulas to represent each substance. Chemists also usually put in parentheses the states of matter for each substance. Let's now look at two different types of chemical reactions. All chemical reactions involve some sort of a change in energy. The first type of reactions we're going to talk about are called exothermic reactions. Reactions that are exothermic will give off heat, light, or energy. The other type of chemical reaction are called endothermic reactions. These type of reactions absorb heat and energy from the surroundings and can even feel cold. Well, this crash course has now come to an end. Thanks for listening.